Hey, it's Biddy Penny. Welcome to my channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you catch this, I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm late, but that's okay. I've been fighting a headache today. There's been storms, lots of storms since 4 a.m. So I'm just gonna be late, and that's okay. Now, just as I turn on my iPad to see the stream, I think Dee Dee's live. Oh, dang it. Well, bummer. It is what it is. So, I will catch her later and yeah, that'll be a delight. Okay. I hope you guys are doing well. I've got now it's morphed again. It's the Crafty Glue Moo Moo crew now. And I've added Paula and Noreen, who I saw wanted to be added to the Moo Moo crew. And so I'm just going to keep my paper playground journal handy throughout this stream and just in general in case anybody else joins in and wants to be added. Kim, how are you? I saw your message. The one about the couches, it was so hilarious. So I responded that they would probably tell me, go ahead, go lay down over there on that couch. Let's talk. But I hope you're doing well. Sorry, my timing has been throwing you off. I was hoping it'd be better for you because you could sleep in. You wouldn't have to set an alarm, which you actually never have to do that. Good morning, 121. And hello, Amy. Okay, you guys. Stormy Swan, hi, I missed you. Oh, cool, you went to the Netherlands. Oh, I would live in the Netherlands in a hot second. Yeah, my spirit probably belongs there. That's probably why you thought of me. Hi, Kristen Kamato. How are you? You've been stalking me this morning. And hi, Miss Karen. Okay, you guys. So we already know I've been working on this journal, right? Well, and then I told you yesterday that I had seen somewhere, that therapy in a nutshell. I'll leave the video that inspired this journal down below later. And anyways, she talks about like if you're going to worry, which our brains are kind of wired to do naturally, then just set a time every day where you can worry. And I thought I would make a little journal that, now these are my favorite girls, right? But it's got worriers in it, and it's going to allow me that if I'm going to set a timer and worry for 15 minutes a day, I'm going to create a little safe place for that inner child who's scared and has fears and worries and then causes the adult person in me to freak out. So these, of course, are from Sweet Pea Curiosities, and I think they're called Cheeky Kids. The menace, trouble, naughty. I printed these 2 to a page, okay, just to shrink them down and get them the size I wanted. I think Irritated Darling is going to be on the cover of this little journal that we're going to make. Mad Minnie is a very close second, but it's not always about mad. It's an irritation thing. So pout and taunt. Aren't they fabulous? I love the not todays, pucker and pouty. But I'm going to make a bookmark for the journal that has my 2 favorite girls on it. So, anyways, we're going to make a worry journal, okay? They make me giggle too. Absolutely. So, this is going to be a little place. And here's the thing. It's going to be little. And that's on purpose. Okay, because I have this big journal that's my prayer journal, right? So this is going to be like a physical reminder of faith over fear. Like, let our faith be stronger, be bigger than our fears kind of thing. So I'm going to make my worry journal little, and my big old prayer journal is going to be a lot bigger. So let me check out my printables versus this blueberry muffin mix box, because this is what I was thinking about using. And yeah, they're going to be perfect. They're going to fit perfectly. That's the biggest one too. These little ones will definitely fit. Oh yeah. Perfect. Cool. I work on it, Amy. I don't use them daily. Although, you know, some of them I might, but I definitely do use them. I've always been a journaler. When I was young, pretty young, my mom got me a diary, and I've kind of my whole life been someone who writes and journals and keeps a diary. But, you know, some of them have a slower burn than others, and especially because I have different ones. But that's the thing I think I love so much about junk journaling, is I can make them in a theme, and then, you know, like if I want to worry, I can pick up my worry journal. And if I want to pray, I can pick up my prayer journal. Of course, you could do it all in one place, but I kind of like having them separating. It's like compartmentalizing things a little bit. Okay, so good question. I think I'm going to use, let's see. I want a thicker spine. Maybe. I'm just going to look through my cardboard. Don't mind me. Just kind of figure out exactly what I want. Let's see, I have like, these are backs to paper pads that I've finished. Got lots of those. I keep those, obviously. Let's see. They can be used for lots of things. Which is why I keep them. That's all of those. I smash paper pads. This might actually be a good size too. It's a little bigger than what I wanted. Rice crackers, that's still bigger than what I want. Kind of like this Triscuit size too. I could layer these up if I wanted, but I think this will be fine. Okay, I think I'm going to use that instead of the muffin box. And then I'm going to use a lot of tea-dyed paper. I don't really have any other printables that I'm going to use necessarily. So I think we'll just use these for my cover. I just feel like when I'm writing, I will want something more this size for this project. than this one. I mean, not that I mind writing in a small journal, but I'll just be able to include more than I could include in a journal this size. So we'll do that. We'll do this one. I need to cover it. I was thinking, because it's kind of a companion to this, but kind of not. Let's just find some paper for this little worry journal. Hi, Jera. Hi, Debbie. How are y'all doing? Sitting in the parking lot, waiting on the bank to open. Well, I'm glad I'm here to keep you company too. I'm glad you're here to keep me company. I don't know. I kind of like this one. I think I'll do this one. It may not be enough for both of these. Let's see. Oh yeah, no, that's enough. We can make that work. Cool. I know, Kim. I have so much to say I had to start a YouTube channel. I'm a talker. Let's see. I'm not measuring, I'm just making this paper work for this purpose. Y'all may hear thunder and stuff in the background. Sometimes, every once in a while, it cracks pretty loud this morning. But we're on, I kind of waited, we're on the, it's passed over for the most part now. The storm has. Okay, that'll work. They're not, it's not going to be like a super hard, firm cover, but that's okay. It really doesn't need to be. Get what paper? Which paper do you want to get, Kim? Hi, Lana. Your spidey senses. Yay. The bell would be better. Oh, I know. I know. The thing is we just can't plan it. Like this morning, I did wake up at 5 and I went right back to sleep because I was exhausted still. And like I said, I've been fighting this headache, and I was like, I always try to sleep it off first. And that didn't really work. So I woke up at 5. And then I didn't wake up again till like 6:45. And then I just got up and took my medicine. I suffer from migraines, you guys. So I got up and took my medicine, let it kick in for a bit, got my printables printed. And I told myself, like, I'm just going to go at a slow pace. I told him yesterday I'd be live, so I'm going live, but not before I feel up for it. I can't believe it's already 8 o'clock. Hey, good morning. Yeah, I don't know. I could have already been up for 3 hours. It is what it is. Okay. Nice. Now, we're just going to do the same thing we did the other day, which is fold this all in on itself. Okay. I'm doing the same spine that I did the other day. I really like that spine on that journal. So we're going to do the bookbinding fabric spine. It's a bookbinding tape, which is like a fabric tape that cannot tear, and then a piece of fabric too. Okay, so once I folded it, then I used the little folded creases to follow to miter the corners, like so. And I didn't need to worry about measuring this because it's just a fold and cover kind of thing. That's what I get. Barometric migraines. Yep. 100%. That's me too. I have found this little allergy pill that's a 4-hour allergy pill. I should probably talk to my doctor about it, but whatever. I take one of those. I take one ibuprofen and one Tylenol, and it's like a magic bullet. And I mean, I've suffered from these things for years. And it's such a relief to find something that works. I just have to catch it early. Other things can trigger my migraines, but most, like 90% of the time, it's barometric. So we've had this storm. I can always tell you when it's going to rain. I can always tell you. Oh, you are, Stormy? Okay, I take one from our local grocery store. I don't even know what it's called. We have H-E-B here in South Texas. But I'm sure, I mean, it's not like they invented it by any stretch. So I just have to tell you what the ingredients are. But it's a miracle worker. I have suffered for so long with these stupid things. And one day, my sister-in-law had it. She has terrible allergies and asthma. And so she told me about it. She's like, you know, why don't you try one of these? Here, let me go get one. And she went next door and grabbed one. And I've been taking them ever since. Hey, Nima. Hi, Sala. I know. Sometimes, boy, after I had that nasty, you know, you know the sickness with the capital, well, it's not the capital C sickness, but you know, that contagious one from 2020. When I had that last summer, my migraines went to an 11. They just went bananas. And the first couple of migraines I had afterwards were just like, take me to the hospital, please. And I don't ever ask for that. They were terrible, but they seemed to level out a little bit. I forgot to put glue. I forgot to reinforce this double tape with glue on that other one, but it'll be fine. It'll all be fine because I'll be covering this with more paper. It'll be fine. Oh, yeah. Well, good. You've only had 2. I mean, 2 is still 2 more than anybody wants, but yeah, they are horrible. Sometimes, I mean, it's a miracle I can sit in here with these lights on right now, but yeah, sometimes you just, no light, no sound, no stimulus, no nothing, just a blanket and a cold, dark room is all I can handle. And I might still be moaning, groaning sometimes. Stormy, I am gonna go get that that medicine, but I'm just gonna get this done first. Okay, let me give y'all something to look at. Because here, I'll be right back. I'm back. It's never far away from my grasp, especially if I have a migraine. So, chlorotermentin is what you compare it to. Allergy relief. It's an antihistamine, okay? And I'm not your doctor. I'm not telling you to take this. I'm telling you what I take. I don't know that this, you know, it could interact with your medicines. There's warnings. I'm not your doctor. I'm just telling you what I take. This is not medical advice. You have been warned. But this is what I take. And it really, really helps me. Aren't they cute, Jackie? I mean, they're sad. I'm a little concerned, but they're so cute. Okay, so but we will be looking at them again. For those just joining, we're making a little worry journal. Our faith is going to be bigger than our fear, but we have the fear, so I'm creating a safe place for me to get it out and to get my worries out, but only 15 minutes a day. And when it's not in those 15 minutes, I will not be worrying. We'll see how that works. Okay. I'm going to train my brain. This is the fabric book tape we're going to use. I'm just going to kind of line these little things up. I really kind of want a wider, I mean, you can only go so wide, but a little bit of a wider spine this time. I'm going to line my covers up here on my mat. So this is 1.25 inches. I think I can pull off 1.25 inches with this tape. Yeah, it'll be enough. So I took my dog yesterday to the pet supermarket. I think that's what it's called here in our area. And you know, they just sell food and TREATs and toys and things like that. She loved it. She had the best time. I got her something new and she did not like it. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Now this is for human consumption. But that's interesting. You can give it to your cat. Yeah. It has been the game changer for my barometric pressure migraines. Again, like mine is lingering still because it's an early thing. Like as soon as you feel it coming on, take it. I laid in bed for a couple of hours thinking, I don't know what I was thinking. But so it's taking a little longer now for it to take hold and overpower the migraine. Okay, so I'm just going to lay that down there. This stuff is super sticky. I'm going to glue behind here. I see a little part that could use a little glue. Okay. You don't have to worry about this tape. Once it's stuck, it is stuck. You will not be able to peel it up without destroying your book. Okay, let me get some more of that fabric that I used the other day. I have all these random little scraps and strips of it, so look at this one. That could work. I feel like I should pull out my iron and iron that, but I'll probably just rip it. Not probably, I am. I'm just gonna rip it off. There we go. No iron required. I'm gonna go ahead and put down some glue. I'm gonna use my Fabri-Tac. These are the easiest covers, and I'm really liking it. You guys, Desiree at Include a Thank You has been working on a journal. She has a whole series. I mean, Desiree is such a teacher. If you go to her channel and watch her videos, she's like a teacher. She teaches. But she has a whole series of this journal that she's been making that's like a book theme. Oh my goodness, she just did a flip through. It turned out so amazing. Y'all should go watch it. If you haven't seen it already, it's really, 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 really beautiful. Would have been easier to do this before I glued it down, but hey, we got it. Looky there. We have a spine and everything. Okay, now I need end papers for the top. And let's go back to the same paper pad. Grab some more. I like this one. Okie dokie. Now, this time I have to measure. Yeah, Big G, she's great. She's a card maker, and she's starting. There's a fly. She's starting to share junk journal content on her channel. She doesn't have much. She has a couple of ones that she's done on her channel, but I think it's going to be a more frequent kind of like she's kind of moving that direction and going to be sharing it more frequently. And it's just really great. Now she does something different. She doesn't call hers junk journals. She does kind of a mini album cover, and yeah, she's not technically using junk, so she doesn't call it a junk journal. Okay, 7 1/4, but she adds a vintage flair to what she does by 4¼ is what we need. But yeah, like, I know you like cards a lot, so, you know, you'll find all kinds of card making content on her channel. She's been doing it for years. I followed her long before I had a channel and when I first became a card maker. Well, I could have gone a little wider on those. Oh well, it'll be fine. Oh, that's funny, Jackie. Well, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, we're buds. We're crafty buds. I mean, I think it goes even beyond crafting at this point, but it's probably a good thing we don't live closer to one another, though we would both love it. We might get into trouble. Only the good kind. You know, just craft too much or something. Craft too much, laugh too much. Is there such a thing? I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, we have a cover for our little book. Now, let's put some pages in. I happen to have some handy. What do you know? I'm doing basically just tea dye. And I'll make my pages just a little taller. These were 7¼ by 4¼ right? The 4¼ could totally work. And then I can get more pages. So, you know, if you take an 8½ by 11, fold it lengthwise, you've got 4¼ So then all I need to do is trim them down. We'll do that. We're going to make these 4¼ and I'll do them a little bit taller. I don't think you can crop too much either. Yes, her channel is called Include a Thank You. And she's also known as Desiree Tangles. Stormy Swan, she is the one who makes these stamps, which you've seen me use before probably. That's Desiree. She does Zentangle. Now she's starting to make journals. She's always been a card maker. So I'm going to do 7 3/8. And then just fold it. Let's do one. I should have done one sheet, but whatever, we did two. It's not the end of the world. Make sure they fit well in our handy dandy new journal. Oh yeah, that'll totally work. They're a little short, but I'm just able to get more paper out of it this way. I can pick another paper and make it a little longer. So I might do that. Okay. So let's do a bunch of these. And these scraps, y'all know I'll use those. Those are like treasures. Okay, so let's do some more of these. On the, whoops. I'm folding it that way. Yeah, so I need it, yeah. Starting to question myself. 7 3/8. I'm cutting 2 sheets at once, but I'm going to fold one at a time. Good morning, Rose. How are you? Hey, Flo. Aw, that's so sweet of you to say. Mr. Jim, how you doing, buddy? Those antibiotics kicking in and making life any better for you? I sure hope so. Hope you're already feeling better. Better every day. Dawn, did I say hi to you? I hope so. Well, if not, hello again. Oh my goodness, you and T, are y'all gonna be, it's Friday, isn't it? I lose track of days sometimes. Especially like Monday was a weird day because it was a holiday. Y'all are gonna be junking this morning? Junk journaling on T's channel? Wish I could join you, but I have to work. This is gonna be a quick little journal because I gotta head out to work. By head out to work, I mean go to my desk, but still, I need to work. Okay, I'm not even really counting my sheets yet. A couple of these are too thick. They're on thicker. Those are all too thick. Yeah, those are all too thick. Let me grab some more. Guys, I was thinking about turning some of my tea-dyed paper into digitals. Look at this one. I think that would be a really pretty one. Look at this one. I don't know how I did it. I didn't really do it. The tea did it and the coffee, but yeah, I thought all these sheets would be really cool as digitals to be printed. I thought those designs were really nice and different. So I'm not going to put them in my journal. I really like tea-dye paper that's not dyed all the way. And I actually got this idea from Desiree. She sent me a Christmas journal like that had the pages only partially tea-dyed. And I was like, oh my gosh. I've always made sure they're like completely covered. But I actually like where they only are partially covered and I still see some of the white. So I always try to get plenty of these when I do a session. I did a whole ream of paper. I did a few hundred pages the last time I tea-dyed. And I can't believe I'm already running low again. Now I have built some kits. Not that I've sold them. I have 2 different kits now that I've built. I've built the paper playground kits, which have like a lot of children's pages and tea-dyed paper in it. And then I've built kits with the Time Life books that are like the autumn butterfly journals I made. This might be enough. Let me count some paper before I cut any more, since I am running low. 2. And 11. Let me cut one more sheet just so I have an even number. We'll do 2 signatures. Yeah, you can do it with coffee. I mix it up. I do tea, I do coffee. The tea is just slightly, it's just lighter. It's not as dark as the coffee. Also, there is a way to neutralize your paper to make them more archival safe, and I don't do that yet. But you could look it up, like how to neutralize your tea-dyed paper, if that is a concern. I had someone email or message me about that the other day and asked if I do that, and I don't. I know it's possible, but I don't actually do it. But you can. And I might try in the future, try to do a session where they are. Okay, so we've got 6, for 2 signatures, we've got 6 tea-dye pages for each one. Let's see. looking through my paper real quick, y'all. I'll be there in just a second, just finding what I want to put in. Okay. I just grabbed this one. These make great, if you don't want to do printables, but you want to make junk journals, maybe you have some of these in your stash already, or the next time they're on sale at Hobby Lobby or wherever you shop. These are the thinner patterned paper paper pads. This one has 180 sheets. They usually have the most sheets, and it's thin like copy paper, but it's patterned paper. I absolutely love using these for junk journals because I don't have to print, and they are single-sided, and so it's a great option for junk journalers. I know it's not junk, but still, maybe if you find it at a yard sale or a thrift store. So let me grab a couple of sheets out of here. I'm just kind of looking through. I don't know what I want. Kind of like this soft blue color. I'll just get a couple sheets here. Oh boy, this fly is going to annoy me. I don't even know why he's in here. There's no food. There's nothing in here for him. I guess he's a crafty fly. Okay, I'm going to put a couple of sheets of that in there, and then for a little pizzazz, where'd it go? We'll put a couple of these. Oh, there it is. And we'll put a couple of Halloween pages, maybe. Oh, wait, I have a better pack, but whatever. Let's look at this one real quick. Just because, you know, Halloween, scary, fears, scary, that kind of thing. I don't know. No, none of those will work. I don't like those. Oh, I do like that one. It's flocked. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Okay. Let's see, where is that other? I don't have very much Halloween in my stash. I only have one paper pad besides that one. Probably can't find it too easily. We'll just do this one. We'll add this flocked one, and this I might use for ephemera or something. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. That was just, let's put these in there for now. Bye, Kim. So much glitter. Hello. How you doing? Good morning, Paula. I added you to the Crafty Glue Moo Moo crew. Welcome. Okay, the height needs to be the same. I'm going to do the width first, and I'm going to make it bigger. I'm going to make it, I'm going to do 8 3/4. And now, this is just how my brain works. Now I can do 7 3/8. Yeah, we have a lot of paper left over. That's okay. So I am working on a companion journal to my listing prayer journal. Oh goodness, did I fold that right? I don't think I did. Hold on. Oh, I did. Okay. When they're so close like this, it's hard to tell. So yeah, this little journal is like a safe place for me to worry. Drenching thunderstorms again. Just a warning on my phone. Okay. That'll be enough. I don't need a whole lot. Okay. So let's put these together. I'm going to put one of those. Okay, so that's 3. Then this one. I do need one more like book page or something. So I'm going to do it like this for now. Okay. Let's make this pretty page the front of a signature. We'll put in 2 of these. Yeah, Sala's doing the, if y'all need Halloween things, which, you know, here I am with no Halloween things. I just don't really, I don't know. It's weird. I used to love making cards for Halloween, but I really don't celebrate Halloween or do Halloween. So last year I just I did a series last year of using Halloween themed products, but for non-Halloween projects. That was fun. Sola's is really cool though. I've seen it. She sent it to me, and it's not just Halloween, but it can be used for like Day of the Dead and stuff like that. Okay, so let me get a couple of book pages, you guys. I'm going to get to my Human Curiosity pack for this. By the way, the 20% off in her shop still applies if you're wanting physically, if you're wanting book pages. That have been, you know, that you don't have to tear out of a book if you want. And she has kits too. It was part of our, my 10K celebration. She sent a kit for me, and she saved a kit for a giveaway winner, which she's already, the giveaway winner already claimed it, and it's on the way to her right now. neat piece of paper. I like papers like that. Aw. Okay. I've been using up this paper pack. This is one of her 50 packs where you get like miscellaneous sizes and types of paper. 50 plus vintage book pages. And yeah, I've been using this one up. I bet half the pack is already gone. Okay, let's put some of these in here. I just have to have variety. I don't mind putting this one sideways. I like my pages different heights. We all know that. Okay, so we'll put that one in there. This one's just about the right height. She's seen better days. She's been ripped, but that's okay. Put her in there. I don't like my words going sideways, okay? So I won't put them in there that way. Well, that page is, if I put it in like that, it would be sideways though. Just from the way I folded it. That one might be a little long. I think that one's a little too tall. That's okay. I'll just trim it real quick. Just needed some variety. I mean, that's a great thing about junk journals. It's not all same. Okay, so that signature is done. Let's work on this one. People called Quakers. Okay, gotta get this other signature out of the way. There we go. I'm a little quiet today, y'all. It's the headache. Blame it on the headache. Hey T, I was just talking about you. You and Dawn, are y'all junking this morning? Y'all junk journaling this morning? I gotta get out of here. I'm just getting a journal thrown together super quick. T and Dawn junk journal live on T's channel, but actually Dawn streams it to her channel too, I think. On Friday mornings. Mini albums. Oh, cool. That'll be fun. T, I saw your cat card for Craft Roulette. Did you draw that cat too? I'm just curious if you drew that cat. Let me make sure my pages are all upright. Yeah, looking good, looking good. Uh-huh. That signature's fine. Let's look at this one real quick. Yep. All good. Okay, cool. You did draw him. I loved him. He was super cool. Oh, y'all got sucked into some dies. Some mini album dies? Was it like Eileen Hull or? She's the only one I think of when I think of like dies for albums and junk journals and things. But I'm sure she's not the only one out there. You're obsessed with Sphinx cats. Yeah, it reminded me of a hairless cat my brother used to have. Actually, I think both of my brothers used to have hairless cats. I've never heard of her. Well, that's cool. I'm making a little, for those who are curious, maybe you're just joining, I'm making a little worry journal. And it's kind of a companion to my faith journal, but see, faith is bigger. Let your faith be bigger than your fears, my friends. And I'm telling it to myself in a very physical way. Okay. So, I think I threw away my templates the other day. That would have worked for this journal. So let's just make some more. Pull out that same piece of recycled Hobby Lobby paper and do it again. So this one, I'm just going to do this 1 1/4 inch spine. And then another, we just need like a 1 inch strip. Okay. So you could definitely use scrap paper for this. Now, I'm going to trim it down to the height of our paper, which is 7 3/8. Okay. So one will go in there. Both need to be labeled with a T. Alrighty. I'm just going to do the whole foldy. So fold it in half, then I fold it in half again, because I don't want to measure, and this will get it even. Then I just need to draw my dots. I'm just going to draw my first 2 eyeballing it, and then I'll take a ruler on my glass mat so I can make sure it is even. Hey, I did pretty good actually. That is right at 1/4 inch. Okay. Quietly measuring. Okay. Ugh, the ruler's irritating me, that cork on the back. Okay. God, it looks crooked as can be to me, to my eye. But this is where it tells me to do it. Okay. Same thing on this side, just making sure I've got this lined up on my mat well. Now I'll come over here. Well, my goodness. I had a good eye this morning for 1/4 of an inch. I can't really see that fold too well. There we go. Now, those will be nice and even. No measuring. And now I need this piece. Bye, Sala. Have a good day. Now, just come in, mark that one up. Come in here, making sure these are all tucked in, nice and firm. And do it all again. Kind of. So this one is just a template for the signature, just to make sure I put my holes in the right place so nothing's uneven. Same thing for this one. I'm going to try to finish this journal. Well, it won't be finished, but find a stopping place in the next 15 minutes. Okay, there we go. Now, put this over here. Well, that looks good to me. I'm gonna clip it in. Bye, Flo. So glad you came. Hey, Cordelia. How you doing? Okay, just kind of clip that in. Alrighty then. There we go. Everything's good. Okay. This and this. So now I'm just going to use that guide to poke my holes through. A thicker paper for your guide is actually a really good thing. I'm just using scrap paper. I'm trying to make it work, but now it's shifting. So I gotta realign it here. It's shifting on this slick fabric tape, which is my bookbinding tape. Yeah, one of my holes is not great. I just have to make sure I don't lose sight of where these things are, or the whole point of the guide isn't even going to work. Part of the problem is this janky paper clip. It's not tight enough to secure this like I need it to. I'm going to repoke this hole a little bit. I can see that one, I can feel that one. Okay, I think we're lined up enough to do the last two here now. Alrighty. That'll work. Poke my 3 holes in the signature. I just have to check again, just making sure. Hey, where's the book pages? Oh, I just can't see them. Yeah, okay. Making sure. Okay. About to sew this in. Now, obviously, I'm going to have to come back with my little cheeky kids and add them in. You know, Amy was asking me if I use the journals I make, and I do, but you guys, once I start using these, won't get to see them again, because one is housing my fears and worries, and the other one's my prayers, so it's a little too personal to just put out there, but I will be using them. Just for the record. Just for the record. All right. I think it's kind of a cool idea to have a journal where we kind of create that safe space for our inner child who might be a bully and a pest and an annoyance at times. Oh, Cordelia. Work is getting in the way of crafting. I am so sorry. I know the feeling, girl. I know the feeling. I spend a whole lot of time at my place too. My place of employment. Okay. But that's why I wake up at 5 a.m. so I can make time. The first part of my day is for crafting. Guess I have my priorities straight. Maybe. It's going to be a little hard to see that hole, but I found it. It's funny that the hole in the paper is harder to line up for whatever reason than the hole in the fabric. There's the thunder again. How's your weather, T? I guess it's headed your way. I don't know. I mean, it's still in Texas. You've got time. Why is it being such a pest? Because I need it to not be. Yeah, it's trying to poke through a whole different spot. Now, come on. Let me re-poke this hole. This is the pain of sewing in signatures sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it just won't go through that original hole for some reason, and it made a whole new hole. And I'm gonna rip it like I just did and pull it into the place I want it to be. This is perfect for a worry, anxiety, fear-based journal to have to struggle with getting the signature sewn in. It's already totally living up to its purpose. I guess sometimes with 3-hole pamphlet stitch, it doesn't matter. It really isn't like, oh, it doesn't matter how many times you've done it. Sometimes it's still just a pain. But I'm not going to give up. Don't give up on it. You just have to keep working with it. And I've honestly never ripped it like that before, but it really will be okay. Okay, make sure it's nice and tight. Also, the 3 rule of lengths of thread, if you do the trick that I showed you with the template, because the holes are closer together, you really don't need 3 lengths of thread for that. You can use less. You could use 2 because the holes are closer. You need 3 lengths when you're doing like a hole here, here, and here, but not if they're closer like this in proximity to one another. Nice and tight. Okay, here we go. But maybe I'll leave these long and hang some charms from them. I like charms that hang from my signature, so that'll be fine. I've lost track. I have to go back and look now. Find the front, which I think is here. I turned my book every which way trying to get it sewn in. Yeah, okay, so this is the front signature. And this is upright, so this is my top. I'm just gonna put that in there so I don't lose track. I'm gonna go over here, and I know it seems crazy, but I'm gonna check again, because I would like to only have to sew this in one time. I'm gonna move my clips a little closer to that center and hope for better results this time. Oh, that's nice. I'm so happy to hear that, Jara. You've been able to make cards and make time for your craft. That is wonderful. Hey, Cordelia, at least you know you're not alone. Nima feels that way. I usually feel that way. You're in good company, my dear. We'd all rather be crafting. You know, I've already addressed the nasty comments that I got recently, but one of them was like, yeah, these YouTubers trying to convince us to buy a bunch of junk and clutter up our house just so they can make money on YouTube. And it's like, girl, there is no money to be made on YouTube unless you have a huge channel, okay? That's how I wanted to respond anyways. So much hate. I mean, that's just a nasty, rude comment, but not nearly as offensive as others that I've gotten recently. But we're not going to talk about that. See, this fear and like worry journal's already bringing it all out. That's good. That's just great. It's definitely not going to be a place I dwell, but it is going to be a place that I allow myself to process my feelings. And they won't muddy up my other really nice journals. I might have to have a page or a few pages dedicated to the haters. Okay. Oh, I split my thread, but I think I just did it. Yeah. Okay. Nice and tightly in there. We did it. I didn't get quite as far as I wanted. I wanted to cut out my little girls and put them in here, but I'll show you those again for people who joined after the beginning. But yeah, we just did it. We just made a whole nother journal. in like an hour and 15 minutes. There she is. I am going to leave these strings nice and long, and they can be for charms if I want them to. So let's do a quick flip through. It's going to be real basic. It's mainly a writing journal for things I don't like. So, you know, she's basic. But I'm going to decorate her with things I do that I think are adorable. So, yeah, just tea-dye paper, this basic pattern paper, and a few old book pages. Yeah, yeah, doesn't take long. Even with the struggles, it's a pretty quick process. Okay, so that's that. Now, my adorable little girls. Let's do the cover real quick. I want Irritated Darling on there. So these little girls are going to go in and decorate my journal. And I love them because it's okay if we feel this way. It's okay to not be okay, you know. That's really kind of the theme of this journal. This is for scheduled worrying sessions, but yeah, Irritated Darling, that's the name of this journal. Let's bring back this flocking, maybe. Yeah, maybe we'll put some of that on there. Cordelia. Well, you know, it's depends on what you're making. Some of my journals aren't that fast either because, you know, I'm making something special or heirloom quality or whatever, you know, but for my needs, for like my daily journaling, and it's just not that, I don't put that much effort into it because I know I'm just going to fill it up and move on to the next, you know, but I can understand taking time. Oh yeah, that's perfect. I think I'm going to stitch her on real quick. It'll only take a second. I kind of want to distress her first. I know she's distressed enough. I know, but I'm also going to distress the edges around her because it's probably just things around her that have her irritated. It's her environment. She probably did too much peopling that day, you know? It's like too much people. She wanted to be at home in the craft room. Coloring. Okay, there we go. Let me go sew that, and we will glue it on. Oh my goodness, look what I just found. Those have been at my sewing machine. Now we know. I was just thinking this journal may not be Queen Elsa approved. She'd be like, did that song playing on repeat for the last 15 years not teach y'all anything? Just let it go. No, I'm going to write about it, Queen Elsa. in my journal. And my pouty not today little worry journal. By the way, I do have something else I want to put on here. And I like the long threads, and this is my journal, so I'm going to leave them on there. And the other thing I want to put on here is like a little worry person. She has a broken arm, so she has the right to worry and be upset today. She has a broken arm. Maybe I could push that through. Oh, okay. It wasn't broken. Yep, she's going on there too. Bye, Jackie. Gotta go. Have a great weekend. This is my last live until a week from tomorrow. Just so you know. Don't look for me next week. I won't be here. But I mean, you can come to my channel. I will have videos on my channel, just no lives. Okay, put my little worry doll on there. Now. Glue this down. Oh yeah, this is awesome. I'm going to trim this just a little bit so it's not getting in the worry doll's face. That might make her angry. Oh, thanks, Mariah. Yeah, this is my worry journal. But only for scheduled appointments. 15 minutes a day. Now I have to figure out what time I'm going to allow myself to worry. But I don't have to worry every day. That's the other thing. The idea is to not be able to fill this journal up, right? But if I'm going to worry, then it can only be during a 15-minute period that I journal in here. But I don't have to worry every day. So hopefully I never even fill this thing up. You need a volume set. Well, we're mothers. Hello. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I know, right? Okay. Put up my clips. But I'm going to let my faith be bigger than my fear, right? So those are companions. I'm going to hopefully fill this up more, focus more here. But when I need it, I have my Irritated Darling and my Not Todays and my Puckers and my Trouble and my Menace and Naughty. These girls, they didn't even need signs. But I do still want to make a bookmark for this one with these girls because this is how I usually feel. But sometimes, bum, bum, bum. All right, so I'm going to have to do those later, you guys. Oh, Mad Minnie, come here. Little Mad Minnie. It's okay. Oh, I have been so mad this week at this solar company. Never recommend them. So I could have a whole, probably 5 pages for old Mad Minnie right there. Talking about them solar guys. Yep. So that's the thing, you guys. That's what I made today. I had a lot of fun making it with all of you. You can make a happy journal. You don't have to make one like this, but hey, I think it's kind of cool to have a safe place to be mad, to be sad, to feel like not today, to get it out so we don't hold it in and move on. It's not something I experience daily. It's not something I experience too often, but when I do, I'll have a safe place to put it. So that's that. I'm going to save Mad Minnie, and I'm going to journal about Sun Run. That's that, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Maybe, I know it's not for everyone. Nothing is. Yeah, solar folks got me hot. And there's not even any sunshine. Busy getting ready for Vacation Bible School. That's sweet. Doing a Wild West theme. That's fun. Got to paint a jail and a couple of wagon wheels. Oh, that'll be so much fun. I used to help with the theater crew and stage props and painting. It's just always been in me. I've always been a crafter. Rose, these little girls are from Sweet Pea Curiosities. Now, my happy girls, they are from a different kit, okay? The happy girls are not in that kit. The happy girls is how I feel like 90% of the time, but 10% of the time, I feel like this. Something like this. This is how I imagine that I look sometimes. So now wait, hold on. These girls aren't in it either. These are with the happy girls. Let me not get these mixed up. These are called Cheeky Kids. They're a new release from Marisa at Sweet Pea Curiosities. And I just had to use them for this journal. I think they're so much fun. Now, I printed these 2 copies to a page. When you get this and go to use it, if you just printed it normal, these would be bigger. They'd be in this orientation and they'd be like this big each. But I printed 2 copies per page to shrink them down because I knew I was going to make a little journal. Taunt. Yeah, I'm going to cut her out too. But yeah. So that's where they're from. Sweet Pea Curiosities is on Etsy. After this live ends, I will add a link to it. I will also try to remember to add a link to the book binding tape that I've been using to make these soft spines this week as well. Taunt. Oh, all right, that's it. Oh, nice. You're getting started with collaging. That's wonderful. Okay, so hold on. You've purchased the prompts. What else do you recommend that I get? Okay, well, real quick. My craft room is already really overflowing, so I didn't want to start collecting a bunch of magazines to collage with and cut things out. So instead, I made a choice to purchase these 2 books, which has gotten me very far down the road. And the reason I chose 2 and these 2 is this one's images are smaller in scale than this one. This one's my favorite, if I had to pick a favorite. But this one's really cool too. And I liked it because I'm doing my collages 5x7. And so these smaller scaled images are really handy to have. It's full of a lot of people, but it has other things too. You can find these, this one you can find on Amazon. This one you can find even like I've got mine at Barnes & Noble. So you can get them at different places, but definitely Amazon has them too. Now this one's really cool because if you are just getting started, up here in the beginning of the book, they give you inspiration for collaging, and they give you the different types of kind of fine art collage. And then they talk about tools and materials. I mean, it's real basic, the tools that you need. And then they show you how to actually build some collages with the images that are in this book. And they take you step by step, which I think is really cool, especially for beginners. And then you start with the images, and I also like this one because it's really well organized. Yeah, and it just has like a huge variety. So I would say if I was just getting started and I wanted to do it, I might even just buy this book. And if you find that you want to add on to it, if your budget allows and that's what you want to do, then you can. I also use stamped images. I use patterned paper. I use anything and everything at my disposal. Stencils, you name it. I use it in Collage. So, yeah, I hope that helps. I'm so glad you're getting started. I don't have I don't have my Marguerite Miller book in here from last year, but I would show you some of that. I'll show it's on my channel. It's on my channel. There's a lot of collage there. But yeah, that way you don't have to like, but you can if you want, you know, you might be able to go to your library and get free magazines. I know ours usually has free magazines out. You may be able to source images that you don't have to pay for too. But I just found for myself that if I kept it condensed to those 2 books and then the supplies I already had, that I felt good about that. But you can collage with anything. Hi and bye, Clint. Yeah. Oh, y'all are so welcome. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I'm so glad to hang out with you. I still need to do a cover here. This one's done. I'm good with this cover like it is. And yeah, so thanks for hanging out with me. Glad we could get this done, and I will see you guys later. No lives until, what is it, like the 8th or something, okay, guys? But I will have 3 or 4 pre-recorded videos for you guys. All right, I will talk to y'all later. Bye.